A very good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to see you. Welcome to Christmas at Home. Hello, Sopranos. Hope you're all having a lovely day today. And thank you for your lovely messages. As you can see, lots and lots of lovely comments coming in. I do like, if you look at the comments here, we just scroll up to the top. There's a lovely description of the weather at the top. So we've got snow at the door and blowing Edinburgh rain, cruel wind and rain blowing in Glasgow. Bitter, isn't it? Almost as if the weather outside is frightful, ladies and gentlemen. But the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, as Mark says, everybody, let it snow. Oh, fantastic. I hope you are all having a lovely day today. Ali is having tea and ginger cake before we start today. Jill's been on the golf course. Fantastic. Margaret's talking about carol singing dogs. Okay. Oh, those are the Christmas cards. I thought we'd missed a trick there. Self-isolation canine choir. Now, look, I do have the hat. And as people are asking, I will put the hat on. Okay, because it is Christmas, everybody. Or close enough. So I'm just going to do my sound checks, everybody. As always, if you're listening in on headphones or speakers, just sneak that sound down. I'm going to play some very, very loud sounds to just find the level. All right, and so just sneak the volume down. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves or be hurt. Good, all seems to be well. So let's have a bit of, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, la da 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 da. Okay, that's good and loud. Splendid. Okay, sound fine. Thank you, Mark. Let's have a bit of recording. Let's have Still, Still the Night.
Still, still the night. Black, black the
Lovely.
sky.
Thank you, Recordari. Let's have Silent Night itself. Stille, Stille Nacht.
Silent night, holy night.
Good. Splendid. So let's have a bit of O Come All Ye Faithful. Let's have that last verse. Or let's have the verse 6, actually, which is 2 minutes 19 seconds. Here we go. No, back a bit more.
Sing choirs of angels,
Marvellous.
sing in exaltation.
Excellent stuff. I hope, Sopranos, that you're looking forward to learning, well, if you don't already know them, some of the best descants ever written. This really is, this is the best bit, I think. All of these descants. It's one of the few regrets I have as I grew up and I lost my treble voice. I'm sure you can appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, I've been singing a long time, since I was 3 or 4, and I used to love singing the descant at this time of year. And because I continued singing the descant even once my voice changed, I just kept singing those treble notes. I kept my top notes for a good, well, I was 30-something before they started to slip, so I would frequently be found, everybody, singing the descant of A Come All Ye Faithful at pitch at my various choirs in my 20s. I'm amazed they let me carry on conducting them, honestly. So, how is everybody? Rosalind has fed the cats. Cats all fed and all let out. Excellent. Ours has just come in. He is asleep on the kitchen table at the moment. Lisa is saying, Hark is the best Wilcox descant. Well, we've got 3 to choose from today, folks. We've got Once in Royal, which itself is very, very, very lovely. That last little bit, When Like Stars, the harmony there is so clever. And you get this. It's just so beautifully conceived. You get this bell-like. It's like a peal of bells. It's wonderful. So that one's splendid. Of course, O Come Ye Faithful was always my favourite descant as a young treble, because it's got the O Come. It's just so much fun. You get that anticipation. Oh, come, let us oh, come. Oh, come. I used to love that bit as a treble. But as I have matured, if that's the word to use, I'm not sure I'd use that word. I just leave me with Hark the Herald Angels sing, I will be a very happy man. It's just so wonderful as a piece of writing. It's immaculate. Listen to this. Listen to the way Mendelssohn moves from this chord, Glory 2. I mean, it's so simple and so effective, but only Mendelssohn could have done it. Amazing stuff. Leash was saying all Wilcox descants are good. I think that's probably the best way to put it. Fantastic. Well, lots of people are talking about pie and lemon sponge. Oh, goodness me. You mustn't talk about sponges and pies and cakes before rehearsal, ladies, because I'm just gonna sit here feeling hungry. I mean, dinner is waiting. When I'm finished, Anna will have dinner waiting, bless her. Honestly, I've had to take this opportunity to thank my family, who are incredibly good at this point at coping with the fact that Dad's upstairs broadcasting again. For one thing, our internet connection is okay, it's good, but it can't cope with me streaming to you and the children watching stuff. So we've had to instigate a system of, right, Dad's broadcasting at such and such a time. If you want to watch anything, download it first. So there's a frenzied scramble. And then they all, bless them, they all sit downstairs in absolute silence whilst I record and broadcast. So huge thanks to my family. I'll just put it this way, ladies and gentlemen, if they weren't being quiet, you would definitely hear them. So thank you to my family, and I'll say thank you to them later on, for allowing us to rehearse together, relatively undisturbed. So, Chris has said we were into cakes at home choir this afternoon. Well, I know. Home choir's always talking about cakes. Leslie says, Coco disappeared as soon as I started singing. Oh, well, absolutely. I'm sure Coco will return after you finish singing. Then again, Coco might join in. It depends on the song. I had a dog growing up who loved singing. Every time I would sing a particular set of songs, it was like that. Well, hope everyone's having a nice day. Elizabeth saying, still recovering from a curry to celebrate husband's birthday. Cheers. Oh, my goodness. Sue is saying, I know the British baking show dissed American pie, but you need to try mine. Do you know what? One of my favourite desserts I've ever tried was real American apple pie. Oh, last year we were in Boston, I've said this before, for Halloween with my family and a wonderful choir, and we were welcomed and looked after by a fantastic congregation at a church that we sang at, and they produced an incredible potluck meal, and honestly one of the best meals I've had in the last few years. It's one of those meals that you're very glad that you're wearing a cummerbund because you can undo the button but people can't see. And the apple pie at that event was second to none. Absolutely wonderful. Heather, thank you so much for saying that. And obviously Anna has been an incredible support of Self-Isolation Choir from the very start. Aside from anything else, being happy with me disappearing off for hours and hours at a time to go and broadcast and record. And of course, she's also been, she's a fantastic pianist, so she's played for many of our performances, including all of those Rutter pieces. If you sang for Messiah, if you recorded your vocals, she did all of those piano tracks for parts 2 and 3. And of course, she sings, so she is an immensely talented and wonderful person. And yes, thank you everybody for agreeing that my wife is wonderful. I shall show her the stream later on and it will make her very happy. Thank you everybody. Okay, so we've got about a minute or so to go. Leonora is saying, just submitted the Three Kings video. Took me an hour to get a good enough version, mainly due to silly errors. I feel your pain, Leonora. If you saw any of the Messiah videos, the conducting videos, I won't tell you how long they took, but it was a long process. So well done, everybody. Well done to you. Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm going to just get myself together here. So make sure this is all on silent. Make sure our first tracks are lined up. We'll start with Once in Royal in a minute. I've got some stuff to just go through, everybody. Hopefully you've all seen your email from Mark, but I'll go through that in a moment. Jill says, I have to cook my own meal after rehearsal. Ben, you're so lucky. I know. I fully appreciate that, but thank you for saying that, Jill. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Splendid. Okay. So, thank you ever so much, everybody, for your wonderful comments and the chat. It's one of my favourite bits of rehearsal is to come along and to talk with you all. Well, I'm going to start rehearsing now, but those of you that want to keep chatting during the rehearsal, that's part of the fun of self-isolation choir. Of course, in a face-to-face choir, if you start chatting whilst the conductor is talking, well, you will generally get the laser beams from the eyes, but here it's all part of the fun. So do keep chatting. Please make sure you've got everything you need for the next hour. Remember, this is your time, so make sure you've got your drinks of water, your refreshments. I have my cup of tea here in my self-isolation choir mug. Other mugs are available. Also make sure the phones are on silent, and as I say, you've got this next hour blocked out. Thank you everyone for your lovely comments. And what we're going to do, folks, as it's now 5 o'clock, is we're going to go full screen. Will you help me go full screen, everybody? You know how we do it. We go and we are full screen. And a very, very good evening to you, Sopranos. Welcome to Christmas at Home Week 2. And so tonight, well, we've got some really, really, really good stuff to do tonight, Sopranos. We've got lots of descants to learn, and I know many of you out there are very experienced at singing some, if not all, of these descants, but it's always good to revise and also obviously to hear the tracks that you'll be singing along with. So this evening we're going to be looking at specifically the tune and descant for Once in Royal David City, for O Come All Ye Faithful, for Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Okay, those three, it's tune and descant for sopranos. We're also just going to sing through Silent Night because there's a little bit that we need you to do for us. And then the last part of rehearsal will be, as I promised, we will look at that soprano 1 part for Still, Still the Night. We kind of galloped through it a little bit last week because we were running out of time. So as promised, at the end of today's rehearsal, we'll finish with Still, Still the Night. Now, before we get started, everybody, I'm sure you'll have seen, but Mark has sent out a very, very important email about the recording process and so on. So if you're not recording for SIC, don't worry about the next minute or so. But everybody who is planning to record, please, please, please look at the email that Mark has sent out today. Everybody should read it, but those who are recording in particular, there's some really, really important stuff in there, okay? The first thing to say is, in terms of O Come All Ye Faithful, we had a team meeting this morning where we all agreed that actually we have a great opportunity here. If you were with us last night, there was a slight malfunction between the score and the recording where I thought the score said something and the recording disagreed. So we're going to sing what's on the recording. That's obviously, that makes sense. We're going to sing verses 1, 2, 6 and 7 of O Come Ye Faithful, okay? And I'll go through this again when we get there. 1, 2, 6 and 7. We're not singing verses 3, 4, 5 at all. And self-isolation choir, all of us, we're going to record the whole thing. Okay, it's not going to be mixed up with Record Diary, this one. It will be the entire thing. 1, 2, 6 and 7. 6 is the one that has the descant, and 7 is the one that's usually performed on Christmas morning. So as we've seen, as we've said in the email from Mark, we're going to want 2 versions of verse 7. So when you record your version for December the 20th, you record verse 1, 2, 6 and 7. And in verse 7 you sing Born That Happy Morning. And then we're going to ask you to record on a separate occasion verse 7 just on its own, and you sing, Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. And I'm going to ask you when you sing that one to sing particularly festively. I mean, I know you're going to record everything very festively, but to really enjoy that one, because we'll cut that together, and then that'll be a special treat for Christmas Day itself. All right, we'll tell you how you can hear it. We'll release that on the day, but you'll get to hear yourselves, self-isolation choir, singing O Come Ye Faithful with the proper words for Christmas Day. All right, so that's the plan. We're going to take this and make an opportunity out of it, everybody. So I'll go through that again when we get there, but this is all in the email. There's a lot of information in there about things like what to wear. We have said dress festively, but do remember it is a carol service. So stuff like this, I will not be wearing this for the actual event, everybody. You know, no reindeer antlers and so on. I might add an extra sort of festive adornment, but I'm going to dress in a fairly restrained and smart way. But whatever you wear, just make sure you feel comfortable, just make sure you feel festive. All right, everybody? So read that email in lots and lots and lots of depth. Maybe make a cup of tea before you read it. It's got everything you need to know in there. Okay, everybody? So, folks, what we're going to do now is get warmed up. And then we will get started. As I said, we're going to work through those carols. Now, if you have any other questions, Mark is in the booth, so ask questions in the comments, or as I say, read the email because everything you need to know is in there. Okay, everybody? So if I could invite you all to be upstanding. Thank you very much. Up onto your feet. Plant those feet as shoulders width apart. Very, very good. Swing your hips left and right. Feel that point where your weight's balanced between your feet and you're feeling good and planted. Well done, everybody. And those who aren't able to stand, for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine, of course. But please give yourself a straight back and a long neck. And it might help to bring yourself to the edge of your seat so you can put your feet flat on the floor as well. And let's all, everybody, just take a couple of deep breaths in and out. As you know, we do this every time. And we're going to breathe out anything that's worrying us or stressing us. And breathe in that lovely feeling of singing together. And blow away any stress and worry. Get rid of it. And breathe in this lovely festive feeling of Christmas is coming soon. We get to sing all this lovely music. And finally blow away any worries, any cares. Thanks, folks. Well done. Roll your shoulders around, please, everybody. Thank you. And then roll them back the other way. There's an interesting conversation going on in the comments, everybody, and I just want to address it. It's a really good point. People are talking about struggling with video. Okay, keep rolling your shoulders around and stretching and so on, just while we're doing this. Just a suggestion, those of you that are struggling with the video, remember, if you record a good audio, you can do a silent video. Just mouth along. And send that in. So you listen to your own recording and video yourself singing along. It's a sneaky trick, but it saves you having to sing it perfectly on camera. Okay? Just a thought. Anyway, everybody, just roll your neck around, please. Very good. Excellent. So let's do a bit of humming and singing. So we'll start here and we'll hum up and down with me, and and again, and now for November, and again, now ooh, splendid, lovely. Now, if there are any altos and basses here, you might just want to drop down the octave. And sopranos, we're going to go ya, 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 ya with me, and ya, 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 and again, ya, 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 ya. Lovely. And now, same again, just get a little bit louder this time, please, sopranos. Deep breath, and ya, 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 ya. Lovely. And yeah, finally, and yeah, 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 yeah. One more. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you very, very much indeed, Sops. Now, that was a top G. You are going to need top A's for this session, but we'll warm into that by singing a couple of these carols just with the tune. So let's have a look, everybody, please, at Once in Royal David's City, which you'll find on page 3 of our pack. Excellent stuff. I'm going to have a sip of drink and would suggest you do the same. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so obviously this one is very well known, and if you've seen the video of me teaching the children with my snowman and the gong and so on, well then you'll know this tune. I'm just going to assume that everybody needs a little bit of revision. So if you are feeling very confident with this tune, well, that's absolutely fine. We can just sing it along. But for those who aren't perhaps as familiar with it, the tune goes like this. It goes, once in royal David's city stood a lonely cattle shed. Sing it with me, please, everybody. Once in royal, 1, 2. Once in royal David's city stood a lonely cattle shed. Thank you. Second line, same as the first musically. Where a mother. 1, 2. Where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed. Very, very nice, everybody. Now you take a huge breath after that second line in particular, because then we sing Mary was that mother mild. Now when you sing this line, it's really, really important, whether it's these words or the subsequent verses. You've just got to really place this note. If you're singing verse 2, for example, with the poor and mean and lowly, you need to balance everything very carefully. Verse 3 is one that you'll be singing and recording. Christian children all must be. Think above the note. Let's sing it to the words in verse 1, okay? Mary was that mother mild. Here we go. And Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, her little child. Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. And so that's obviously the tune for each of the verses. Again, if you're not familiar with the carol, sing along with our teaching tracks, sing along with the wonderful record diary, and just get really, really familiar with the tune. It's a really, really lovely melody. And as I say, keep that the third part, the part that starts on the E, keep that nice and light, and think over the note when you sing that. Thank you, everyone. Now, the last verse for this, verse 6, has this wonderful descant. And the descant part, well, this has grown over the years. It was actually, I think only in the sort of 1950s or 60s that you started to see these in the mainstream. It's not that there haven't been descants, but descants like this, which were really big, really grand, like fanfares almost. It was musicians like David Wilcox, who is was a very well-known and very, very influential organist and choir master, and he wrote these descants in the 1960s, actually 1970 it looks like, but he written them in the 60s. And it revolutionised choir's approach to Christmas. All of a sudden, these fairly lovely but fairly mainstream tunes had these extra sparkly decorations. So these three descants, for those who aren't from the UK, have not sung these before, these descants are, they are really, really essential to Christmas in the UK. So this first descant here, sopranos, on page 3, not in that poor lowly stable. It goes like this. It goes, not in that poor lowly stable, with the oxen standing by. All right, let's have a go at that together. Not in that. After 2, ready? 1, 2. Not in that poor lowly stable, with the oxen standing by. Very, very nice. Do something for me. When you sing the word standing, can you make that nice and tall? Because that note clashes with the main melody. It's a really nice sound, and it'll create a nice sort of rush on that particular word. Let's sing that one more time. Not in that, with a big smile. 1, 2. Not in that poor lowly stable, with the oxen standing by. Very good. Thank you, everybody. We then sing, we shall see him but in heaven, set at God's right hand on high. So it's the same music for this second line, because the music is the same for the second line. We shall see him. Ready, everybody? 1, 2. We shall see him but in heaven, set at God's right hand on high. Excellent. Well done. Then, when like stars his children crowned. Okay, you'll notice, I think, Sops, up until this point, it's all within the stave. Okay, the top note has been an E. Now, you get a couple of phrases where we can move up to F sharps and G. So remember, nice tall mouths. The higher you go, the taller the mouth shape needs to be. And we sing, when like stars his children crowned. Listen to that on the piano. 1, 2. Okay, let's sing that together. When like stars. 1, 2. When like stars his children crowned. Very good. And then this last line. All in white shall wait around. And it slows down into that last word. All in white, everybody. 1, 2. All in white shall wait around. Excellent. Let's sing it all the way through, please, sopranos. Not in that poor lowly stable. Have a sip of your drink, please, if you would. Lots of people talking in the comments as to how you can find various versions of these in the Carols for Choirs books, which is, of course, where we've licensed these from OUP. So if you have your own copies, you can use them. But, of course, we've got it all here for you. Not in that poor lowly stable. There's your note. Ready, sopranos, after 2. 1, 2. Not in that poor lowly stable, with the oxen standing by. Shall see him but in heaven, set at God's right hand on high. When like stars his children crowned, all in white shall wait around. Thank you. Well done, Sops. Excellent job. Now, what we'll do before we move on, we will sing that one more time, but this time with the recording so you get a sense of what's going on. And it is worth practicing these with our recordings to make sure that you know where the stops and the starts are, if there are any little gaps and so on, where the singers are taking a breath. It just really helps to keep that shape. All right. And the other thing to say on some of the carols, not this one, okay, but on some of the carols, I'm going to ask you to sing a bit longer than the singers on our recording. It's not for this one, but I'll explain why when we get there. So let's have a bit of Once in Royal. And I did make a note of which verses, so might make some sound. Okay, so we're going to go straight in at the start of verse 6, not in that poor lowly stable. And there might be just a little bit of the preceding verse. Okay, here we go. So a little bit of sound. There's not in that, and...
Not in that lowly stable, with the oxen standing by, we shall see him but in heaven, set at God's right hand on high. When like stars his children crowned, all in white shall wait around.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sops. Now, I see some people are saying in the comments, I think I need to rest my voice. I'm working really hard. Absolutely. Okay, the fact that you're here, the fact that you're learning along is brilliant. If your voice is tired, if you've been recording and so on, please don't strain your voice. Drink lots and lots of water. You know these rehearsals are all safe for you, so you can join in at any time. All right, thank you so much, Sops. So that is Once in Royal. That will open our carol service. It's going to be so gorgeous. Just remember, we're going to have a choir of children singing that first verse, and then all of you singing that wonderful descant. I can't wait. Just one thing, if you want to, it's entirely okay. If you don't want to sing the descant, but you want to sing the melody for that last verse, you can do that. If you want to submit 2 recordings, where one of them you sing the melody in the last verse, and one of them you sing the descant the last verse, that's fine. We can incorporate both of those, and that would be brilliant. Thank you, everybody. Splendid stuff. So let's have a look now, please, at O Come All Ye Faithful, which you will find on page 16 of our pack. All right, everyone. So this one, as I said at the start of rehearsal, please disregard the information at the top of page 16 that says verse 1 and 2 SIC, 3 and 4 record R and so on, because SIC is singing everything, and the verses will be 1 and 2, so that first page. Ignore the 3, 4, and 5, please. You can put a line through them, scribble them out, whatever you need to do. We're not singing verses 3, 4, and 5. We'll sing verses 1, 2, 6, which has Sing Choirs of Angels, that wonderful descant, and then on page 19 we'll sing verse 7. Okay? So 1, 2, 7. No, 1, 2, 6, and 7. Oh, goodness me. Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the melody for this wonderful, wonderful tune. And in order to learn the melody, well, why don't we have a sing through verse 7, okay? Everyone always sings that first verse. Let's sing the 7th verse. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born that happy morning. And can I ask you to make sure that you remember when we record the full version for December the 20th, we sing, Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born that happy morning, okay? When we do the separate recording of just verse 7 for Christmas Day, we sing born this happy morning. Okay, I'm sure you can work out why, folks. So the melody goes, Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born that happy morning. Sing that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born that happy morning. We then sing, Jesus, to thee be glory given. With me. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Okay, now for those of you who aren't from the UK, or maybe English isn't your first language, given is given, but one syllable. Okay, if you've sung Messiah with us, you'll have seen this before. Heaven is another one where you'll get this. Thee be glory given. Okay, join the V and the N together and use that to end the word. Fabulous. We then go up the octave and we sing, Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Now, before we sing that, I want to just speak to those people out there who think that there is a note between P and ring. Okay, most people, members of the public, will sing, now in flesh appearing. But if you look at the score, there is no note. Hit myself in the face with my Santa hat. There is no note between the F sharp and the D. Okay, it is one of my major bugbears at Christmas time, and those of you that have sung with me before Self-Isolation Choir will be nodding, oh yes, it really is. Now in flesh appearing. Okay, same in that first verse. Born the King of Angels, ding dong. Okay, please make sure you sing that nice and cleanly for me. So let's sing, everybody. Let's go from the beginning of Yea, Lord, we greet thee to now in flesh appearing, and be really careful to sing that nice and cleanly for me. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, top of 19. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born that happy morning. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Thank you very much, everybody. Somebody said our MD calls that extra note the Safeway version. Fabulous, Dorothy. Thank you. I shall take that for myself. Now we have Oh Come Let Us Adore Him. Remember, when we're singing this bit, we're heading for the door. Oh come let us adore Him. Lots of door. Every time you sing it for me, folks, please. Oh come let us adore Him. Ready? Sing that with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh come let us adore Him. Excellent. Then it's louder. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Sing with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Christ the Lord. And a big big rowl, a big slowing down to the end. Sing with me, everybody. Oh, come, let us adore him that last time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Thank you. Now notice that is just the melody, that 7th verse. There's no descant, nothing special. All of the fun and harmonic variants and so on is all in the organ part for that one. So we can just enjoy singing that tune mightily and with lots and lots of festive fun. So let's turn back a couple of pages, please, Sops, for those who don't yet know this incredible descant on pages 17 and 18. I'm going to have a sip of drink as well. Please do hydrate yourselves. Okay, so sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. This is absolutely splendid. I would genuinely like to know if there's anybody watching who's never sung this one before. Because if there are people out there who are learning it for the first time, it is a huge honour to be teaching this to you. I remember when I was, I think, 10 or 11, hearing it for the first time. Changed my life, everybody. So look, underneath your descant will be this tune that we've just sung, but over the top you're like trumpets. Okay, we sing choirs of angels. Okay, so it's this little sequence there. Let's sing that together, nice and bright. 2, 3, 4. Sing choirs of angels. Excellent. Well done. One more time for luck for those who don't know it. 2, 3, 4. Sing choirs of angels. Good. Then sing in exaltation. Nice big open mouth sounds, please. Sing in exaltation. 2, 3, 4. Sing in exaltation. Very, very good indeed. One more time for luck for those who don't know it. 2, 3, 4. Sing in exaltation. Very good. Then sing all ye citizens. Just that, all by step. Sing for me. 3, 4. Sing all ye citizens. Very good. We then have a little tail that goes of heaven above. Actually, it's of heaven above. It's not 2 syllables, it's 1 syllable there. My apologies. So of heaven, please. 1, 2, 3. Of heaven above. And again. Of heaven above. Splendid. Now, before we sing the next bit, let's just sing from the start one more time. Sing choirs. Ready, 2, 3, and sing choirs of angels. Sing in exaltation. Sing all ye citizens of heaven above. And I know there's lots of you out there going, thank you for your patience. Now, there is the tent pole, if you like. This is the peak of the mountain. We sing, glory in the highest. Okay, you need a big breath to sing that. Just listen to on the piano. It goes 3, 4. Okay, let's sing that together. Give it a go. Ready, 2, 3, 4. Glory in the highest. Very good. It's a big sound. I will say, just a little note to those of you recording this, don't record too close to the microphone when you do this, okay? When you're doing the descants, maybe take a step back because you sing loudly. What can happen is you can overload the mic, and what that does is it's called clipping, and you lose the top and bottom of the frequency, and it makes a nasty buzzing sound. So just be aware when you sing that bit, you might need to just step back from your microphone a tiny bit. Just be aware of that, all right? So What I want to do is just to sing that bit, glory in the highest, one more time, and then we're nearly through it. Ready? Glory, nice deep breath, 2, 3, 4. Glory in the highest. Very good. Then the rest of the choir, you don't sing this bit, the rest of the choir sings, oh come let us adore. And then you become trumpets. You sing, oh come. Okay, and you do that twice. Sing that for me after 1, 3, 4, 1. Oh come. Then you do it again. Oh come. And then you sing, let us adore him. Listen to that again. Okay, I'll sing it for you, and 1. Let us adore him. Okay, sing that for me. Let us. 3, 4, 1. Let us adore him. And then the last 2 bars is Christ the Lord. Okay, so it's Christ the Lord. Tall mouth sound if you can, please, everybody. Sing just that last 2 bars nice and loud. 3, 4. Christ the Lord. Well done, sopranos. Goodness me, it's quite a sing, isn't it? Well, take a moment, have a sip, all right, of your drink and rehydrate yourselves. What we'll do is we'll sing along with our wonderful, wonderful Recordare singers. So what we'll do actually today is we'll sing verses 6 and 7 as part of our rehearsal today. And remember, the real thing, when you record it for us, we want verses 1, 2, 6 and 7. For you, that means you sing the melody for the first 2 verses, you sing this descant for verse 6, and then you sing the melody for verse 7. So it's tune, tune, descant, tune. Verses 1, 2, 6 and 7. Okay? I'm going to jump in today at verse 6. Oops. Oh. Well, that was a little bit unexpected. Let's take that back a tiny bit more. So straight in at verse 6. There's your note. Sing, choirs of angels. We'll just have a little bit of the preceding verse. So here's the... Ready? And...
Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Sing, holy citizens of heaven above. Glory to God in the highest. Oh, come, let
Ready?
us
And
adore
1,
him. Oh, come,
2, 3.
let
Even
us
louder. 1
adore him.
and 1.
Let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
And yea, Lord, we greet thee on that happy morning. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. There we are. Well done, everybody. A very, very, very demanding sing, that one. So what I would suggest, just have a sip of drink now, please. Rehydrate yourselves. And we'll just sing through Silent Night, I think, before we sing the Hark the Herald Angels Sing Descant, which itself is quite challenging. Now, some people are pointing out this is quite a slow rendition. Do bear in mind that if you were singing this in a large cathedral, as you might do in this country, the larger the venue, the slower and more stately these big congregational carols tends to be. And particularly as you progress through the piece, you'll find the last verse is very, very stately, very, very slow indeed. So this is very much in keeping with the British choral tradition, I feel. Now, let's have a quick look at Silent Night. Now, in terms of what we want you to do for this one, folks, again, it says at the top 1 and 2 recordare, 3 SIC and recordare. Please ignore that, scribble that out. What we're going to ask you to do, everybody, when you sing this, more importantly, when you record this one, we're going to ask you to sing all 3 verses, okay, and record all 3 verses. The first verse, we would like you to sing what's written, but to ah. Etc. Now, when you sing along with recordare, they will be singing the words. Ignore the words, please. Just sing ah in the first verse. Okay, all will become clear on December 20th. So ahs only for the first verse, and then please do sing and record verses 2 and 3. Okay, so just to say that one more time, please. Ahs only in the first verse, and then singing and recording verses 2 and 3. I think what we'll do is we'll sing it all the way through as I'm asking you to do. So I'll sing ah with you, and then we'll sing it all together. All right, so here is Silent Night. Here's your note, and let's sing it together. And sing verse 2 together. Ready? Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Lovely. We'll pause there for a moment, folks. So we will want you to record all 3 verses. We just did 1 and 2 there. It just occurs to me, there's a couple of things I want to ask you to do. Just a couple of little touches on this one as a special favour to me, if you wouldn't mind, everybody. So first of all, keep this one very, very subdued indeed. Even at those lovely moments where you get the higher notes, if you can keep everything quiet and sing it as a lullaby. Okay, the key word here is silent, stille. You know, everything is calm and beautiful. The next thing you can do for me, everybody, and I want this in all 3 verses, okay, is I want you to take the Round Yon Virgin Mother and Child phrase, da 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 da, and each time, because you sing that twice in each verse, I'd like you to crescendo to the middle of the phrase and then away. It'll sound like this. Round round yon Virgin Mother and Child, Holy Infant, so tender and mild. Okay, I don't want it to be huge and over the top, but I want a crescendo towards the first beat of the second bar of each phrase. Round your, well, not round your virgin, a glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia, and pulling away. All right, so it's crescendoing through the first bar of the phrase to the first beat of the second bar, and then diminuendoing, so we get a mountain shape in terms of dynamics. Now, if you've already recorded, don't worry about it. Please don't worry about re-recording, resubmitting. What we have is brilliant. But if enough people do that, we'll get a wonderful, warm crescendo and diminuendo in each of those verses. That's the first thing. Now, I know, sopranos, I can rely on every single one of you to not swoop on that bit. You know the bit? Sleep in heavenly peace. Okay, I just want 2 notes. And I know nobody out there is going to give me the choral version of Slipping on Ice. Sleep in heavenly peace. No, thank you. No swooping, no sliding. Just sing those notes nice and clean for me. Thank you. Okay, well, that's going to sound wonderful. If you could please crescendo and diminuendo through each of those bits I asked you to do, and otherwise keep it lovely and gentle and subdued. That will be gorgeous. Thank you, everybody. Hazel says, we do not want to wake the baby. Quite right, Hazel. Okay, everybody, so have a quick sip. We're doing very, very well. What I think we'll do is we'll sing through, look at Hark the Herald next, and we'll finish with Still, Still the Night. So if any second sopranos you don't want to stay for that bit, you don't have to. So Hark the Herald Angels Sing, please, everybody. Page 58 in our scores. And this will close our carol service. To be honest, it's either O Come Ye Faithful or Hark the Herald Angels Sing that has to finish a traditional 9 lessons and carols, and I believe that Hark the Herald is the better of the two. I know it's controversial, but that's because I'm at the moment massively into Mendelssohn, and it sounds like a fanfare, doesn't it? So let's have a look at this one again. Most of you will know this one, but let's check we're all happy with what we're supposed to do. So the very start of this one, it goes, Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Okay, now let's sing that together. Hark the heralds, 2, 3, 4. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Thank you. Notice the smile. Glory to the newborn King. When you're singing a song of praise, you have to smile when you record, when you sing, when you perform. Otherwise, it's not going to sound right. It's going to be a mismatch there, isn't there? So it's about saying, I'm really happy. I'm so excited. You can tell by looking at my face. So smile, and that will really crisp that sound up. One thing you can do for me, please, sopranos, is in bar 3, when you sing that glory to. Okay, the third, that note, the note on 2 is the special note, okay? Glory to, and you can hear there's a nice little harmonic whoosh underneath, so grow through that slightly, sing glory to the newborn King. All right, just a little touch, just for me. All right, then the next line, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Could I have mild with a tall mouth and siled, please? Okay, peace on earth, it sounds like this. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Okay, if you can roll your R's for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Peace on earth, 3, 4. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Thank you very much indeed. Then joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. Okay, so these notes are all straight 1-beat notes. Joyful all ye nations rise. All right, let's sing that together. Nice deep breath. 2, 3, 4. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. Excellent. Now, fourth line here. Again, a very important thing to note here. With the angelic host proclaim, all of these notes are one beat notes. With the angelic host proclaim. Da 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 da. Okay, it's not with the angelic, which some congregations think is the case. It's not. It's with the angelic host proclaim. It's joining the and an into one syllable. All right, let's sing that together with the angelic. Nice deep breath. 2, 3, 4. With the angelic host proclaim. Good. And then, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Now, normally, I'd ask for Bethlehem, but our recording is Bethlehem. Okay, so a slight, not, I don't want Bethlehem. Okay, it's a bit what we think of as junior school. Yeah, or that would be a Bethlehem, wouldn't it? Christ is born in Bethlehem. What we want is, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Let's say Bethlehem. Okay, Bethlehem. Please, everybody. Christ is born. Sing for me. 3, 4. Christ is born in Bethlehem. Thank you, everybody. So back to with the angelic host proclaim. Fourth line. 2. Off we go. With the angelic host proclaim. Christ is born in Bethlehem. Thank you. And then, this is where we get that rhythm. It's hark the herald angels sing. So there is that rhythm. Okay, sing that for me. 3, 4. Hark the herald angels sing. And then everybody in unison sings, glory to the newborn King. Everybody, glory to the newborn King. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that most people know that tune, but I wanted to make sure we sing it exactly as Mendelssohn wrote it, which may mean for a couple of you, you've had to make a couple of sneaky little markings on your score. All right, everybody, so we sing those 2 verses. We're only recording 1 and 3 for this one. Recordari will sing the second one, of course. We will sing with them at home. They will be the main voices on the recording for verse 2, but we're going to record verse 1 and verse 3. So if everyone could turn to verse 3 for me, please. This is the last descant of these main carols. We still have to look at that little descant for Still, Still the Night. So, as you can see here on these last 2 pages, you've got all other voices. There's the second line down, and that's altos, tenors, basses, and any sopranos for whom top Gs and top As are just no fun and you just want to sing the tune and brilliant. Please enjoy that and sing along with us now. I'll be honest, this third verse is so lovely to sing in whichever form, whether you're singing the descant or the melody, just enjoy it. It's so much fun. Now, for those who don't know the descant, this is how it goes. It goes, Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Listen to that. Okay, let's sing that together. 2, 3, 4. Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Very nice. Then it's Hail the Son of Righteousness. Listen to it. Okay, Hail the Son with a nice tall mouth. Sing for me. 3, 4. Hail the Son of Righteousness. Thank you very, very much indeed. Let's sing from the beginning. Hail the heaven-born. 2, off we go. Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Hail the Son of Righteousness. Excellent. Then, light and life to all he brings. Listen to it. Okay, now that all he brings, I'll be honest, is usually, well, not sung desperately well by some sopranos, just because it drops beneath the tune and it's difficult to hear it. So let's sing all he brings 4 times. So we're going to go, all he brings, over and over again. Ready? 3, 4. All he brings again. All he brings. Twice more. All he brings. One more. All he brings. Very, very good. Light and life. Ready? 3, 4. Light and life to all he brings. Great. And then, risen with healing in his wings. So risen there is one syllable. Sing for me. 3, 4. Risen with healing in his wings. Excellent. What's this? Go by email. Record all 3 verses. Oh, okay. Ben knows nothing. Ignore Ben, everyone. We're singing and recording all verses. Thank you, Mark. All right, so we're recording all verses, and Ben knows nothing. Okay, I've made a note of that. Thank you, Mark. So, but that doesn't affect our desk count here, since we're recording everything. So, risen with healing in his wings, we got to bottom of 59. Mild he lays his glory by. Sounds like this. Mild he lays his glory by. Sing for me. 3, 4. Mild he lays his glory by. All right, one more time, and mild he lays his glory by. Good, and then we sing, born that man no more may die. Now listen to that one. Now this always causes some issues just because there's a leap there. So just be aware that the last note of no is a bit further away from more than perhaps you're expecting. Born that man no more may die. Okay, so just be careful of that one. And now we're on to the last page. So we sing, born to raise the sons of earth. This is very much for first sopranos only. 3, 4. Born to raise the sons of earth. Very good. And then, born to give them second birth. And born to give them second birth. Excellent. Well done. Can we go back to mild he lays his glory by, please? Sopranos, bottom of 59, 3 bars before the end. Are we ready? 2, 3, 4. Mild he lays his glory by. Born that man no more may die. Born to raise the sons of earth. Born to give them second birth. Very good. Okay, we then sing, hark the herald angels sing. Okay, listen to that. Okay, now the note on herald, it has a huge clash with everybody else. Enjoy it. Okay, it's a wonderful moment. Okay, so hark the herald angels sing. Sing that with me. 3, 4. Hark the herald angels sing. And then glory to the newborn King. Listen to it. Okay, now, if those of you who've been singing along and that last line is too high for you, just sing glory to the newborn King on that last line. But those of you who've got that note, let's have it. Do you know what? I don't think we should go straight in. That's mean. Let's go straight in. Hark the herald angels sing. Okay, last line on the second line down on 60. Ready, 2, 3, 4. Hark the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn King. Splendid. Well done. Very, very well done. Now, what I'm going to do, we're going to go all the way through that one because we're recording all 3 verses. Did you know we're recording all 3 verses? Some idiot said earlier on we're only recording 1 and 3. Ignore him. He was wearing a red hat or something. Pay no attention to the recording. We'll stop singing a bit early because there are only 1 voice per part. We're going to keep going. Watch me. Okay? So, from the beginning, here is Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Bit more, I think.
Hark the herald angels Christ high, highest and adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time, behold him come, offspring of a virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh, the Godhead see, hailed incarnate deity. Pleased as man with man to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail the herald Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, please be living in his wings. Mighty is his glory by, won't let man no more die. Born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn
Thank you, everybody. Do you see what I mean at the very end? Okay. Mark, can you remind me? Let's send this particular conducting video I've just made with the hat, okay, out. I want that last note to last for half an hour. All right. Not really half an hour, but I want that last note to go on and on and on and on, just like the organ does, and finish with the organ. Okay, so I know the choir finishes early. Make a note, please, everybody. You've had to make quite a few notes tonight. Thank you, everyone, for your understanding and your flexibility. I cannot wait to hear all those pieces sung by you. It's going to make an incredibly wonderful sound when it's all mixed together, and what a way for us to start Christmas. Now, look, that's not quite everything. As I promised, I'm just going to do 5 minutes now on pages 29 and 30 of Still the Night. So if you need a little bit of revision for that, then please stick around. Somebody asked about the second sopranos in the descant. Now, the thing is, there are some small notes. They're not generally sung seconds. If that last line is too high, and I wouldn't blame you, please just sing the tune. Okay, sing that fantastic tune. So we have those 2 lines, and I do concede that last one is a high one. That's a first soprano descant more than anything else. Let them carry that particular can. Sing that tune. Help us on the altos, tenors, and basses. Keep that tune good and strong, and all will be well. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. So everybody, now people are asking about deity or deity. I would like you to sing deity, please, as on the score. Hail the incarnate deity. And if you don't believe me, look at the bottom of the page. On the first page it says deity, pronounced deity. It does. Okay. Thank you, everybody. So let's just quickly spend just a couple of minutes with this lovely bit of Patrick Hawes' music. So for those sopranos who are hanging around for this, if you could please grab that for me. So these gorgeous chords. We're going to go straight in at the top of 29, and so we get this. Okay, it's a really nice sort of off the strong beat sort of descant, and what it does is it turns it from something that's a bit, well, it is quite a traditional choral piece for the first few verses, I should say. The last verse, it turns into a dance. It's a little bit like those lovely TV shows sometimes you watch and someone's singing, and then just at the end, a dancer just comes on and just whirls a little bit. Imagine here, the first sopranos, you're dancing a beautiful solo with your voices. Okay, so it's got to have all these lovely inflections and impetuses and so on. So the top of 29, we get it's one, lift your voice. Let's sing that together first. Ready? After one, top of page 29. Ready? 2, 3, 1. Lift your voice. Okay, and it's voice. You move after the second beat there. You then come in on your seek a beat earlier than the rest of the choir. So it's voice, seek this light. Round to air there. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Let's sing from the top of the page, 29. Lift your voice and seek this light. Okay, just notice where these notes are landing. Ready? After 1, 2, 3, 1. Lift your voice. Seek this light. Okay, as you can tell, you need to take a huge breath to get all the way through that. Then at the top of 30, you've got a fraction of a beat. You've got half a beat to grab a huge breath here for nativity in simplicity. Okay, and this goes, after 1, it goes 2, 3, 1. Nativity in simplicity. So the simplicity bit is simple, the nativity is quite complicated, ironically. So after one more time, this is bar 85. 2, 3, 1. Nativity in simplicity. Let's just sing nativity. Let's give it a go. Let's do it 3 times. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Nativity. Lovely. And again. 2, 3, 1. Nativity. One more time for luck. And 1. Nativity. And then in simplicity. Let's do the whole phrase, please, Sops. Nativity. After 1, 2, 3, 1. Nativity in simplicity. And then at the bottom of page 30 we get O lux eterna. Listen to that just on the piano. It's after 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Starts in the middle, goes up, goes underneath, goes even higher, goes even lower. O lux eterna. Tell you what, Sops, let's just sing this an octave lower. Can you just sing O lux eterna at that pitch with me? 3, 4, 1. O lux eterna. Again for luck. 3, 4, 1. O lux eterna. And then natus est at the end of that line. Natus est. Okay, let's put it back at its proper octave now. It goes like this, bottom of 30, 2, 3, 1. O lux eterna, natus est. Okay, we will sing this through with a solo in just a minute. And then on to the last page. Thank you, everybody, for your lovely comments. And if you're leaving, I really do appreciate your time. We'll see you soon. All right? So now at the top of 31, we've just got this last natus, natus. And here the pitches aren't difficult, but the timing is a little bit odd because your first na is off the beat. It's 1 natus. So let's just sing that a couple of times. Natus. Ready? After 1, sopranos. 2, 3, 1. Natus. Very good. And then natus. And then as to the end. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll sing from the beginning of verse 7. Is it verse 7, verse 6? Top of page 29 anyway, to the end. I will conduct and sing along with you. So you've got this reference to sing along with. Okay, folks, how are we all doing? Oh, thanks, everybody. Cynthia's going to go and read a detective book. That sounds great. Right, the rest of us, let's sing this together. So 2 minutes 25 through. So let me give you your notes. So those of you who are singing bass, tenor, alto, soprano, and there's that note for you first. Okay, let's take it back a little bit. Okay, something from the end of it. Okay, top of 29. 3 bars, 2 bars. Ready, everybody, and... Hold it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then you hold that, getting gradually quieter to nothing. There you go. Thank you so much, Sops. I hope that was useful for those of you that needed just that little bit of revision. So I will see you all officially on Monday next week. Of course, Monday we'll be looking at all the pieces that we're not going to be submitting for recording. We're just going to be learning them to sing along with Recordare on December 20th. Now, do bear in mind that this email from Mark, all this information we sent out is very, very important. Please read all that information really, really carefully, and then you'll be on the same hymn sheet and get everything that we need you to do. So just to say that one more time, we are recording everything in both Hark the Herald and in O Come We Faithful. Silent Night, that first verse to R, 2 and 3, please, and then Once in Royal as marked in your score. Thank you ever so much, everybody. If you want to come along and sing with the altos tomorrow, or tenors and basses on Thursday and Friday, we love seeing you. Otherwise, I'll see you on Monday for the full sing through, and thank you in advance to everybody who's recording. All that hard work, it's going to really pay off, because the sound in the end is going to be amazing. If you haven't yet heard our version of Lift Thine Eyes, to give you some idea of the kind of thing our engineers are capable of with your wonderful singing, well, have a listen, because it's glorious. So I'll see you very soon, Sopranos. Have a fantastic evening. Take care, be well, and we'll see you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.